So what did you say before the Washington State game that got everybody fired up and ready to win a game?
Nah, I think they're giving me a little too much credit. I mean, I just came in, basically, I talked to my family a little bit the weekend before, and I just said, I felt like personally I kind of just left some stuff out there previous few weeks that, you know, looking back, I wish I wouldn't have. And then I basically just said, like, I don't want to regret nothing after these next 2 weeks. So let's go out there and do it. And then, like, I don't know. I don't want to take all the credit. Like, guys like JT, Sauce, I talked with them. Like, a lot of dudes held me accountable all week. So, I mean, that might be a little much. But, yeah, I basically just said let's not regret anything. Like, I'm kind of over, you know, leaving anything out there. I'm going to give it my all these last 2 weeks, and I hope everyone's with me.
What was the difference between the Air Force game and Washington State from the pass blocking standpoint? Because Air Force was on top of the quarterback almost all game long, and Ben was pretty clean in this game.
I think it just all had to do with the week of practice we had. I think we were all just locked in. Like, I think all of us believe on the O-line that, like, we're not worried about who you put in front of us. Like, we just know that if we trust our technique and trust the work we put in, like, we should be able to execute our job time in and time out. So I think just all week we got good reps, and like everybody was in a good headspace, really locked in, really focused, and I think that showed on Saturday that everybody was just ready to go and excited.
When Jabari comes into the game for his dozen plays or so, do you guys immediately know he's in there, or because some guys say they don't know who's playing quarterback?
Yeah, I mean, unless we're in the huddle, no, not really. Like, we just get the play call. I mean, I guess throughout the week, you know, you kind of know what plays or for certain things, but you don't put too much thought into it. Like, I got to worry about my own job.
So there were certain times when you really didn't know who was back there. You just went with whatever the play was.
Yeah, I just look over, you know, get my play call, and just go from there. I try to not focus on too much other stuff throughout the game. I try to just go.
Who are you getting your play call from?
I think I'm gonna keep that one close to the vest.
How important is it for you guys, after the way this last month has gone, and you guys have obviously been wanting to change things, to have something tangible to play for, to have bowl eligibility at stake this week?
I mean, it's huge. Like, getting that win last week was obviously super fun, and the fact that we got a chance to go make a bowl game, I mean, I think you've heard everybody say it, like, it's the reason you play college football, trying to get in a bowl game. Like, you know, we probably knew coming with the Pac-2 and everything with our schedule, it would have been kind of hard to make a playoff or anything like that. So all year it's been win as many games as we can, and let's make a bowl game and try and win that too. Like, so I mean, yeah, this is exactly what we work for all year.
Statistically, you haven't faced a pass rush like this one. It seemed they got two guys that have close to 8, 9, 10 sacks each. What have you noticed on film watching those two?
I mean, they're definitely really good players, but I think, like I said, it kind of all, at least my mindset is, it just comes down to like ourselves. The guy across from you can do a whole lot of different stuff, but as long as you putting in work all week and making sure you're trusting your fundamentals, trusting your technique, and everybody all five on the O-line are on the same page, I think that's going to solve a lot more problems, like, than just trying to really worry about what somebody else is going to do to you.
Yeah.
Going back to your Thurston days, you've always sort of had that leadership trait, but transferring in here, when did you feel like you had that space to speak up in this capacity?
I think, like, last year, definitely, like, probably wasn't speaking up a lot. Like, there's a lot of older guys. This year, I guess, I mean, I was a transfer too, but we had some more transfers in on the O-line, so I guess I was like one of the more tenured guys coming now. I mean, there's still guys like Flavio, Josh, obviously been here longer than I have, but I think Josh, like, helped a lot with that. Like, me and him, we're locker mates next to each other, so like, I'll be talking to him all throughout the summer, all throughout stuff, and like, I guess he would just kind of come to me saying, should we do this stuff, should we do that stuff? So I think kind of him, you know, asking for my opinion, that type of stuff, I was like, okay, yeah, I can, you know, speak up. If I need to say something that I think will help the team out, I will. But I mean, I think it just kind of comes naturally too. Like, I don't know if there was a moment where I felt like, oh, I can step in and try and lead now. It's just kind of, I guess, always the way I've been, that like, if something needs to be said, I guess I'll try and step up and say it, because I just don't want to leave anything on the table that, you know, if I would have said something, then maybe it would have lit a fire under somebody or even myself. Like, I don't want to leave any of that on the table.
You got a speech prepared for this week?
Nah, just keep working. I think last week was all I needed to say.